Hello everyone, my name is Paulina and today I'll be showing you how to make a color wheel. Now you might be thinking, why do I need a color wheel? I already know that red and yellow make orange or that yellow and blue make green. And while that may be true, it's important to test how your paints are going to mix together. Each brand of paint can be slightly different, so I like to use a color wheel to make sure I know exactly what I'll get if I mix two paints together. You will need some kind of paper. It can be printer paper, poster board, watercolor paper, cardboard, any surface you can paint on. I'll be using a page of my sketchbook. You will also need a pencil as well as a brush that's good for mixing and painting. I'm using this small squared off brush, but you can use whatever works for you. You'll also need a bit of water to clean your brush. Tap water works, as well as any container that you don't mind getting a bit of paint on. Ask your parents what's okay to use. You will also need somewhere to mix your paints. I'm using my palette, which is a little messy, but that's okay. You can also use a paper or a plastic plate, some more cardboard, or anything with a smooth, durable surface for mixing paint. And lastly, you'll need paint. I am using Liquitex Basic Acrylic Paint today, but you can use any paint that you'd like to test in our color wheel. So I will be using the following colors: primary red, primary yellow, primary blue, and a bit of titanium white. First, we'll need to sketch up a base for our color wheel. Let's make it a big circle. You can draw a circle if you can, or just use this hack. Find a large round object and just trace it onto the paper for a perfect circle. Just make sure that the circle is large so you can really see how the colors look. Then let's divide the circle into 6 parts. So first I will split the circle in half, and then you can just draw an X like this, and you have 6 parts for our 6 colors that we'll be mixing. It's okay if it's not exactly perfect or even, this is just a color wheel. Now that that's done, I want to make a section where I can test what happens if I add a little bit of white to each of the colors, and another section where I can test what happens if I add a lot of white. So I'll draw 2 more circles in the one that we already have. Okay, here comes the fun part. So take your palette and add a little bit of your 4 original colors, red, yellow, and blue, and some white here in this corner. So let's start with red. Take a little bit on your brush, and you can paint it into your first section right here. Now with a clean brush, let's do the same with yellow. You can skip a space after red and add it there. So take some yellow and add it right here in this section. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is just a test to see how the colors look. And again, with a clean brush, we will do the same with blue. So take some blue, skip a space, and do it right here. Then clean your brush again, and we are going to see what happens when this red mixes with this yellow. And we'll add it right in between them. So take a little bit of yellow and a little bit of red and mix it into a nice orange color that you like. You can always add more yellow or red depending on how you feel. So that's our orange. I'm liking how that looks. So I'll put it on my brush and add it right here in between them. So then we can clean our brush again. And next we can mix some yellow with some blue and mix it up, and that is our green color. And we can add it right here in between yellow and blue. And I'm sure you can already guess what's going to happen next. We are going to clean our brush and make the final color, which is going to be purple. So we'll take some blue and some red, mix it together, and we'll get our purple shade. And add it right here in the last spot. Great, so that's the first circle of our color wheel complete. So now, with your original 3 colors, the blue, yellow, and red, you can add a little scoop of this blue and a little tiny scoop of white. And that will show us how the blue looks when it's lightened up a little bit. So we'll add it right here in the kind of outer ring of our color wheel on the outside of the original blue color. So again, with a clean brush, you can take a little scoop of yellow and a little scoop of white and mix them together. And that'll be your light yellow color. And you can add it again to the outer ring right here. So again, clean your brush, take a little scoop of red and a little scoop of white. You can mix them together. And that gives us our more pastel light red color, kind of pink. And we'll add it right here to this outer circle. So now, with these 3 new colors that we've mixed, the orange, the green, and the purple, if we just take a tiny bit of white and add it to this already mixed up orange, we'll get the lighter, more pastel version of the color, and we can just add it again to the outer circle right here. And we can do the same thing, clean our brush, take a little bit of white, and add it to this green that we've mixed up to get our lighter version of the green. Kind of looks like a minty color. So we can add it to this section right here. And lastly, clean your brush, take a little bit of white, and add it to that purple color that you've already mixed. And fill in the last section of this middle circle. So now that the first 2 sections are complete, we will add even more white to all of these colors and see how they look when they're really, really pastel. So take some more white, we'll start with blue, and we can just add more white right in here. Get a really, really light blue color, kind of like the sky, and add it to the outer ring. Now we have a nice gradient between the pure blue, the blue with a little bit of white, and the blue with a lot of white. So clean your brush and let's keep going around the circle. Take some white and I'll add it to this yellow color that I've already mixed. Make it really, really light yellow and add it to this outer ring. Clean your brush again, take some white and add it to this light red, pinky color to get super, super pastel light pink. And add it to this outside section right here. So again, clean your brush, and now we can add even more white to these 3 colors we have. So let's start with orange. Add a bunch of white to this orange color. Mix it all up. I'm gonna add a tiny bit more yellow and red just to darken it up a tiny bit. So that's our pastel orange, light orange, and we'll add it to the last section like we've done before. Again, clean brush, little bit of white, and add it to your green color. Then add it to the last section right here. And clean your brush one more time take another scoop of white and add it right into the purple color that we have. Make a pretty pastel purple, like a lilac color. We'll add it right here. So look at that, our color wheel is complete. Now I can see how my acrylic paints will look together before I use them in my real paintings. This color wheel helps me see that I don't really like this purple color. It's a little too dark and moody and I want something more bright. So maybe I can test some of my other paints and colors to see if I can find a better purple, or just use a pre-mixed color from a tube. There's no shame in that. So thank you for watching and painting along with me. I hope you found this color wheel tutorial helpful. Bye!